All right. Good day, Hidden. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
Fan freaking tastic. It's been a damn good week, damn good couple of weeks actually. So just yeah, can't complain. Other than markets and blah 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 blah. But I really have not been in too much crypto stuff, and I'm sure you're kind of feeling the same.
Yeah, just kind of moseying through, waiting for shit to turn around. The one thing I'm in besides Flex is that uh, Pip Logic through Pam Bridge. I mean,
Yeah, it's still
that's been doing well.
yeah. I mean, I hate to say it because you know how doing well does, but
I know.
for now, it is it is printing and printing quite nicely with no drama because everything else, even the stuff that I have been in for like a year, has started some drama lately. And it's yeah getting a little frustrating right now actually because some of the stuff, well, Privilege Club, I think we've talked about it a few times here, how it's had some issues and the issues are still ongoing, which is a little frustrating to say the least. And the other one that I got into, I think I talked about it here, was Peppermint, and
Yep.
it's now been having issues. And I got into that through Danny from Privilege Club. They should be technically two totally separate products, as far as I've been told, but them both going down at the same time kind of causes some disarray, I guess, if you will, and
Yeah,
mass uncomfortableness.
that's not good.
Yeah. Uh,
Just like issues with payments, or are they saying that they're losing money?
yeah, they're saying they're having some issues on the app, so they can't fund so the contract's not getting funded because there's some issues on the DApp. So I don't know, it's sort of delaying things. So yeah, just the
What
same
would
stuff
you
we see.
do for a non fucking stupid dev, right? From the
Yeah,
sounds of it, it sounds like the dev is messing the shit up. But
well, who knows? But yeah, it could very well could be, and that's the problem. Like everything, right? Like we get on a roll and then something happens, and then and you hate to keep resorting to the doom and gloom, oh, it's over kind of attitude, but it's with all these projects, as soon as there's a hiccup, they spill the same stuff. Oh, hey, it's there's always things like this that happens with ambitious, really good protocols, blah blah blah, and then it's like 2 weeks later, it's all
you
bullshit.
know what you know what you do when somebody says that? Point them to Flex and be like, "This is how an actual company
Mhm,
is run."
mhm.
I mean, the only reason FTX is below what we started at is because of the markets in Ethereum.
Yeah.
Literally, no other reason.
Well, and you guys had a pump to that, and it was all market based, so it's not. Oh, geez, I got to turn those notifications down. Um, which I should see possibly an opportunity to get into a trade, maybe. Oh, we're looking for maybe a long. I don't know if I want to jump on this one, but it's got a pretty decent stop loss, so maybe we will. So this is going to look really messy, but it's not as messy as it looks. I'll share my screen because I might get into a trade here. So Austin's actually created this, and it's sort of based on all his different kind of ways of playing the market and stuff. So it's called the Gunship. So it's going to be exclusive to Wolfpack members. So I'm doing a little bit of shilling here, I guess, if you will. But so I'm going to maybe enter a trade off of this. I'm just going to get logged in and stuff. Whoops, where am I going? Internet, interwebs. How long do I have actually? Oh, I still got like 4 minutes, so no rush. But yeah, pack trading. So I think I told you about the course that we're doing, the boot camp that we're basically doing in order to get into the Discord anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been doing quite well. And I must admit, it's been a hell of a good learning experience for me. And it's kind of changed my whole. I'm becoming much more consistent very quickly. So you guys will see more trading stuff coming from me very soon. I'm doing live trading inside the pack trading, and then I'm going to start doing some of that on camera on the YouTube channel kind of thing and stuff, because I don't want to just. I want to show that it's real, and I do really believe in what we're doing here at the pack. So,
Oh, it's 100% real. I mean,
yeah,
I when I was doing it, it was fun.
yeah,
It's just I don't know. I think it was more the markets than me being inconsistent, to be 100% honest with you, because the markets were all fucked up
There
5
was a
years
little bit of
ago.
funniness there, and I was going through it too at that point. But it's also what we learn in the boot camp now gives us a lot of insight to where the market's going during the day, and so it helps you place trades in more accurate levels without overcomplicating things. Like when we look at the market, we actually look at it in a sense from, I think it's this one here. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah, this one. Like using these brackets of where the ranges are built based on what happens in Asia market, what happens in London market, and then that helps us know what we could expect out of the New York market, and that gives you so much more confluence and so much more confidence in when you're making longs or shorts, whether you're making the right decision. That it's pretty unbelievable. This does not do it justice because it hasn't set up yet, but when you actually go um, to 1800. You actually back it up, I guess, if I go, because I think it only shows a day, but replay, 9 o'clock. Let's do this. It should show it a little. Yeah, there we are. So it actually shows this like, and this does not show it right either, but it shows us stuff. We end up actually plotting not even like a low of day across over here. Using our tools, we can actually plot when we think the low of day is going to happen based on certain things, and using that, we're able to kind of really pinpoint where we're going with the day, and it's accurate to a pretty crazy way, and it also helps us decide whether we're turning certain strategies on or off, which is pretty huge too. So it's quite amazing what we're kind of playing around with and doing right now. I'm going to see if this does. This is not necessarily a signal. Oftentimes, I will let the trades actually go into drawdown first before I enter, but I'm going to put a small order in on here probably if this does close in a minute. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm getting quite heavily involved, helping design, helping with the building of the, not necessarily the building of the course, helping the implementation of the course, and looking forward to getting. And we had a pretty good first free session. Future sessions will cost money now. It's going to be I think $100 for the 3 months, and then you can choose to stay in the pack or join the pack, or you can choose to walk away. It's up to you. But that $100 is pretty well money well spent, as far as I'm concerned, if you have any inclination into trading. So,
Do we get to keep the indicators at the end of the 3 months?
there's ones that you get through the pack that you will get, but the things like the profiler and stuff, you do have to stay in the pack to get. So like, because they have to not necessarily gatekeep any of it. No, so I just entered this trade and it's already pumping up. But sorry, I'm going to turn those notifications off now because they're loud. So there are some indicators like stuff like that. Some of the stuff on my chart, like he actually designed this one the other day, and it's been pretty handy. This actually helps you. Let me turn off this other stuff because it gets messy. But those don't matter. But this one's a pretty cool one that he's released, and actually, you can actually get this one right now for free in the video that I published. Give me a second here. So this one actually is kind of funky. No, not that one. What am I talking about? This one, position size. So this one you can actually go in and help plan your. So let's say you're in a prop account and your max drawdown is $2,000. With a prop account, you do want to get aggressive, especially if it's an eval. So let's say you're going to bet 15% of your account. I know that sounds like a lot, but you're betting that 15% is based on the 2,000. So it's actually a fairly small amount you're risking. And then you can put in here. You can have it automatic. Oh, this is not the updated one. Why is it not? I reset my computer, so it might have taken off some indicators. Where did it go? No, it wasn't an invite only. Give me a second, I'll find it. Actually, I know I put it over here, I bet you. This version. This is it here. Copy. Sorry, boring everyone. Do we have any comments in there? I can't see them right now.
Yeah, Chris George said, "Hey, Pocket." And,
Oh, hey, Chris. He's actually from our trading group. So, so this one here, you put in your 2000, you put in your entry. So we'll just kind of put in, like, we can actually have it, can use auto, but we need to get an idea. So we can put our entry in around where we are now. So 21,383.75. Put your stop loss, let's say, below this quantum flow. So 21,369.25. And take profit. Let's say we're aiming for, yeah, let's aim for that. So 21,405. 21,405. So what we've done with this, so he's kind of designed this just to help with risk management and you kind of with trade management. So it's telling you how many contracts you can enter based on your risk. And what you'll do now, this one's a little funny right now because it's sitting up here, but normally what you'd do is after you hit, like, let's say 50% TP, you'd move your, it'll tell you move your stop loss to break even and take off, let's say 5 contracts, so half your position. So now you're risk free, you've made some money, and if you hit here, you're making bank. If you get down here and you go back to your break even, you're still making what you pulled out of the trade already. So let's say $100 out of your potential $300 win kind of thing. So it helps you kind of manage your risk a little bit more effectively, and it's been pretty handy, especially for certain trades that we do inside the pack. And unfortunately, this trade that I'm in along with is going against me a bit, but that's okay. So, and based on, like, for instance, what trade you're taking, like a gunship like this, it actually tells you that your average MAE is or your average amount the trade is going to go against you is, let's say, around here. And so you kind of just make your choice of where you want to put your stop loss based on that. 23. So I actually put it a little lower than that just because I have room for it, but we'll see how she plays out. And then you can move your stop loss to something like this. This is like the average. So this trade specifically over the last, whatever, depending on the time on the chart, you're looking at like 20 or 30 days of back tests.
Yeah.
And based on that, your average profit target was about 0.18%. So you can feel comfortable putting your take profit somewhere there. Or if you want to just do a scalp and pull a piece of it, you can pull something lower with a lot of conviction. Like right now it's 56.1, and I got to extend that. But 56% chance that it's going to get to this dotted line here. So, I mean, it's high probability, right?
Yeah.
So 422.
Although I've had some, 80% probability wins just tank on me. So,
oh, absolutely. You, like, again, they're just probabilities, right? So you have no guarantee that any of it's going to come to fruition, but and he's doing it. Anyways, we're doing a lot of back testing. This actually isn't released to the whole pack yet, but we're doing a lot of back testing, and we'll be releasing it soon once we've had a chance to battle test it, I guess, if you will. So, but it's a lot of fun. Back over here. I can stop sharing that for him. Oh, hey, it takes our faces off when I share that. Right. I guess I didn't have our set up the proper way, but stop sharing. So yeah, so that's kind of that in a nutshell. Chat. Hey, Black. Yeah, you obviously heard my call with that. And if anybody does want to have a look, so when we're doing the lives, I put Hiddens in here for his help with our lives and keeping me company on here. But that's that one there is for the connection for Pambridge. That has been going well. There's a couple of concerns, but I also have, there is a couple of things that kind of bring me some comfort. They actually have, I mean, the broker they suggest you to put the money into, I'm assuming they get a kickback from it, but the broker they suggest, I wouldn't recommend putting any money in with them, or put the minimum so you can get into the background, which I probably will do soon, because they do have a copy trading / a training system that you can get involved in with their
so let me clear that up.
Sure,
so
please. I've talked enough.
Pambridge is their copy trading automation system.
Yeah.
And then they also do signals on the side. So what Pocket is talking about is Pambridge is the automation. They've been around since like 2017, 2016. And what you do is you just put your money in and then you assign it to the master account, which is PipLogic in their group. Which anybody else who's been here, we've actually done stuff with them in the past through Trudy and Goldie. They always do well. what we found in the past is people always invite idiots to it, and they end up screwing everything up and causing issues. But so far, I've been in for 2 months, must be, and I'm up 28.5%.
Yeah, and I think I got in a few weeks after you, if not
Yeah.
soon, like not that far after, and I think I'm already at like 26. Now there is, I think 26 is um, including their fee or whatever, because they take a
Yes.
percentage of the growth, but I'm still up like 20 something percent, so it's really not
Yeah.
too crazy.
It's good. I do like what they're doing. They never trade on Fridays unless they have like an absolute 100% guarantee it's gonna make profit. They don't
And I don't
trade
think
on
I've even seen
Sunday.
them trade on Fridays since I've been
I
there.
think the week before you joined, they did one on Friday.
Okay, there you go.
Um, but they generally don't because you get all your NFP, NFP Fridays and all that. Most of the red folder stuff is on Fridays and Wednesdays. Um, Last week, actually, no, I think it was Tuesday, there was some red folder stuff that they let go through. Everybody else was trading. And I guess they all got wrecked. These guys ended up trading like 4 or 5 hours after the news and ended up making, I think it was like 0.5% to 1%.
Nice. Yeah,
So
there's been some big days on this one because I got.
okay.
Are you sharing yours? I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'll share.
I think I have to do so. Oh, yeah, there we go.
So we'll go back here. Obviously, there is some MLM to it, but nothing outrageous.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, as you can see, 28.5% gross. They do take losses, so it's not like it's always winning.
but
If
that
it was
day
all
they did cover it though.
right here, the next trade, they ended up coming back and making 0.5% for today,
Yeah.
which I'm perfectly fine with 0.5% a day. That's amazing, actually.
Yipper.
I mean, Pocket's been killing it, I think.
Yeah, I've gotten the same as you, right? Because we get the same things, but I have a little bit more money. I put 1,000 in, so yeah, I'm up 20. So you're saying 28.5. I put mine in. I'm 25.7, so I'm not. So I must not have gotten in that far after you. Um,
Yep.
my first earning was May or March 5th was my first.
Yep.
So, and yeah, I got gross profit. So on my like little over 1,000, I got $273 profit. So, so
Have you been reinvesting that? Like, if you go back to the master accounts?
it automatically does it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm thinking because I have the referral.
Yeah, the referrals are the only thing that aren't automatic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and yeah, I've got I think $30 in referrals there, so it's pretty cool. But
Nice.
yep,
More
yep,
than
yep.
me.
I have one guy who's a little, not a whale, but yeah, he says all right. So we put a few bucks in.
Good, good.
So
But
that
yeah,
helped.
I mean, it's good. I wouldn't say it's foolproof by any means, but
No, but if and the one thing I guess actually that I guess you should clarify. So you're saying that you guys did use this product before, like was Pip? I guess Pip was on here when you guys were using PanBridge, hey?
no, no, no. We've never actually used PanBridge.
Oh,
What I
gotcha.
mean is, PipLogic had Trudy, which was another automated uh, bot that we. Do you remember
I do remember Trudy actually.
social
We were
trading
using that.
tools?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we were using Trudy, and that's the same group. But now they're doing everything by hand rather than using the EAs.
Oh, I didn't realize this was related. Okay, because yeah, they
Yeah,
have had their issues of ups and downs, I guess. But again, using algorithms. But if they're doing it by hand, then that's a little different story.
yeah.
So cool.
And it's like I said, it's usually one trade a day. They get their 0.5% win, they're done.
Oh, nice, Black. So you got in there, and you've been doing all right too. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, 70. Like it's crazy. It's good, but again, don't. Bet more than you can afford to lose, like all the usual stuff, right? Because who knows what's going to happen with it. Nothing seems to last. Although these guys have been around for a long time, which is like longer than most things, right? Because it's been forever. Yeah, I saw an announcement, but it said they're working on it and giving them a week and a half. Okay, well, that's cool if that's all it ends up taking, but damn, it's not fun to see this kind of shit. Yeah, and again, it was after 5 days of no communication with Peppermint. So I was able to claim, like my last claim was a couple of days ago, and I couldn't claim it before, but then the morning of, I was able to claim afterwards. So I'm glad I at least did that. I've not quite ROI'd, but I'm doing all right with my ROI on it. But I don't want it to end before I finish ROIing, at least for once. So yeah. And sorry, Chris, don't know if you're still around, but hi. I did say hi quickly earlier, but I didn't put your comment up there, I don't think. But and yeah, we're a little slow today. We don't have too many people, and I'm kind of expected that it's going to take time for us to get back up to our 10 to 20 people that we usually have, if we ever get there. Well, not if we get there again, we will, but it will take time. But yeah, most of my conversations, honestly, guys, are going to be about trading. I'm in this one right now. It's in drawdown right now, but that's okay. Last night I entered one of these trades. I think it was this. Actually, I don't have it up on my screen again. Sorry. Whoops. I can't use my computer.
Another sidebar.
Oh, sure.
Really. Flex. We have a trading competition coming up Thursday, either this Thursday or next Thursday. I think it's this Thursday, actually. So definitely take a look at that. It doesn't take much to win something. And then FIRA, our domes are finally done. They're getting listed tomorrow.
Tomorrow, for sure.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. I'll be up there in June with a wife and child. And we're hoping maybe you can get out there and maybe we can do a surprise.
We're going to have to be a last minute thing, but if we can do it, I'd love to. Yeah, that'd be great. It's a little bit of a hike for us, but not that crazy. I would love to go and see them, and hopefully he's got room for us if we end up going there. Yeah, and we can do a live stream from out on the dock.
That'd be something.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking about it for what, 2 years now?
2 years-ish, yeah. Yeah, hopefully we can. We got a lot of stuff to figure out this year. It's been a little bit crazy. We haven't really had a lot of time to even figure out when or if or where we're going for vacation or anything. So my wife's been pretty hardcore with work and whatnot. So, but we'll get there. So, yeah, so that's good. So we hopefully should start seeing some more regular income into FIRA, which will be pretty nice for all of us that have been kind of holding for a while. I mean, there's been drips, but nothing crazy, that's for sure.
Also, don't forget, we're starting it soon, next week or 2 weeks, something like that, where anybody who is withdrawn, now the cap actually shrinks.
Oh.
So, we're going back down to like 1.5 million, I think, from 1.625.
Okay.
So everybody's share will go up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's definitely cool.
Well, this trade is not going my way right now, but that's how that happens. Can't expect them all to win. Well, that's what I need to do. I should have had it here. Just got to adjust my stuff. Sorry. Bear with me a moment. Oh, I did adjust it low enough. That's good. 351. There we go. Sorry, just adjusted actually, I'm going to go this way for that. 466.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else really going on in the space.
Not really. I am. I think I mentioned to you offline, but I am testing out a forex bot. I'm using Take Profit or the trading concept again because I have gotten a payout from them in the past, and they're kind of neat how you can scale your accounts bigger and bigger. So I'm running this one. If I pass the account, I'll start talking about it, and they've got a Discord set up, a small little group kind of testing it right now and stuff. So far so good. It's actually like it's performing pretty well. Yesterday was probably one of the shittiest news days we've seen in a while. And I shouldn't say shitty. The market pumped like
Good
crazy.
news. Yeah.
Yeah. But crazy volatility screws these bots sometimes if they're going the wrong direction, right? So they were in shorts. It went negative, whatever, 3-4%, which it can't go the max is. Now I had some profit built up, so that helped. But it can't go more than, I think it's 6% or
5 or 6
or
usually.
5 or 4 or something like that. Anyways, so it never got, it got like to my break even. So technically it was down 3%, because I had about 3% built already of the 6 I needed to pass. But it's now back up to break even, and then it's starting to kind of make its way up. So yeah, it's handled that really, really well. To me, obviously, I would, if I started getting accounts passed and moving them in a really good direction forward, I probably would have a news day like CPI. I probably would have turned them off myself, but I wanted to see how it was going. So the fact that it managed that was pretty darn awesome, because it managed pretty much a face ripper day up when it was taking everything short. And and I know we've seen tons of things where as soon as that happens, they DCA to infinity and you're all of a sudden negative and your account gets blown. So yeah, so that was a positive for sure.
Do those bots have news filters?
So I don't know. They said they kind of battle tested their stuff without worrying about news, and I do like that. I want things that don't get screwed when that happens. But that said, I would probably still, again, once I had a funded account, I would probably still turn them off for that kind of thing. It's just a safer way to be. I don't need to turn them off for all news because, like I said, this one handled a pretty rough one. But something like CPI or oh my god, what am I thinking? NFP, thank you. Something like those ones, I feel like it would probably be better just to shut them down. So as I said, I'm actually, so in 4 or 5 days, I'm halfway through to funded on this account. So if that happens, I will talk about it. I'm using the cheapest version, so it cost me $100 for the account. It uses what was that program, SST or whatever we talked about earlier, the copy trader.
Social Trader.
Social Trader. It uses Social Trader to copy the trades over. It's been going smooth. So you pay $20, whatever a month, I think, for Social Trader, and you pay. There is something for the bot. I don't know what it is. They are offering it to me right now for nothing because I have a platform and I've known them for a while. So I'll double check what that is. Obviously, if we end up passing the account and I start kind of helping them with a little bit of marketing, but we'll go through that once we get to that point. And like I said, 4 days, we're halfway there. That's pretty sweet. And it seemed to have done it with pretty low risk. Like it was making a couple of bucks a trade and making multiple trades. So every day I was gaining anywhere from $4 or $5 on my 60 that I need to pass because it's just $1,000 account. To one day, actually, I think it made like $12 in the one day. So, which is like pretty decent on $1,000 account, right? So yeah, that's that. Anybody? I do see a few people in the audience there still around. Anybody else have any questions? Anything that they're doing that they find working for the bots you're running? Are you using a VPS? If so, so VPSs, I do have a recommendation that's working really, really well. There is some bots that I do have a VPS with. And Chris, this is an affiliate. This is affiliate link. I do grab them because they really cost you guys nothing. This particular one gives you 30% off indefinitely for monthly memberships, which I also really like because most of them, the only way you get a discount is if you go annual. So this one here, Quant, is the one I would recommend. You can change the setup. This link automatically takes you to a NinjaTrader one. If you were looking for something else, you can always just delete. Actually, I can probably put the other link, but I think if you just use the code Pocket Aces, you can just do whatever with it and you can get any of them. But it'll give you 30% off the monthly fee and you only have to pay monthly. Whereas to get the 30% off, usually you have to do an annual subscription and pay for the whole year, which I hate doing because there's no need for it. This particular one doesn't need a VPS. You're basically just doing it through Social Trader and it copies to your MT5 account. So I have my MT5 account on my phone where I can watch the trades, and Social Trader acts basically as your VPS and just does all your trades through it, and you can watch them live on your phone. And like right now, I'll show you there. I don't know if that's all visible, but so yeah, so it was like you can see up here the account is that oh it's backwards I guess
Yeah.
mirror camera, there we go. So there we go. So you got $1,000 account. It's up about 1,030, which is where I want it to be. That's where I started. That's where I was before the news event happened. And there's a few trades in there and a little bit of drawdown, but in the most part, you're pretty close to that break even. And it was as low as, like I said, $1,000 in that trade where it was kind of going. So it's a weird that mirror camera thing. I don't know. I guess it's because I look at myself this way, but. So yeah. So anyways, I will let everybody know in my Discord know about it. Like I said, I don't kind of shelter anything from anybody. It's just I want to make sure I at least give it a little bit of a test, and it will only be basically once I get it passed, I'll tell people about it. But obviously that only means I've been testing it for a couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm more looking forward to honestly what the pack is doing in the most part, because the pack is looking at doing some automated stuff as well, and using the gunship, which is that one I'm in a trade in with right now, which is almost getting back to break even. So hopefully we'll get some movement on that towards my take profit. Yeah, sure. I'm sure you have. Quant BVS been around for a while, but I've tried a few different ones, and so far these guys seem to be the most solid. And with especially Forex trading, they seem to get their orders in a little quicker. They're a little more even. You don't get the spreads that you get as badly. So lately, I'm deep into NT8, back testing various quarter trades. Yes. Trying to automate. So yeah, nice, good. Yeah, and there'll be more stuff. If you're really liking that, there actually is another group through Quantum that's quite good too, but more fees and stuff. But let me know if you want to try that out too. Quant has a lot of stuff, which is great. Quantum, sorry. BTC bot is in the plus again. Oh yeah, that's right. You were holding one for a while. Nice, good job, Black. I'm sure that was nice to see that get back up. Pick up some spot BTC and mine some. Nice. I did sell some of my Silo Finance bag, 2/3 ish. So now I have left it all, and it's all in profit. Nice. Yeah, because you were down a good chunk in some stuff, I think, when we were last talking a month ago or so. But with that recent pump, I guess it helped out a lot. Where are we? So our trade is just peeking around the break even part. So hopefully that'll go on us. Anything else you're doing? I guess you said you already kind of answered that, I guess, Hidden.
Just doing that, Cambridge and Flex.
Yeah, it's pretty much all I'm in that's working right now. And Nugget is still there. I understand, like, if any of you are from Nugget, I know it's been a little bit of a downturn on us, but they're still working on some things. Lazy Dog's actually starting his own little bot trading system. If anybody wants to give that a try, it's $100. Everything's $100. It's $100, and I recommend getting into Gamma Swap. Gamma Swap, I've heard of. I'll check that out in a second, Black. I'm pretty sure I heard of that. But Lazy Dog inside of Nugget, he's got a trading bot that I guess has done quite well for him. So he's going to do some training sessions on that for people. The $100 actually goes into an investment. It's not actually a cost really. And then the earnings on that, he'll take 10%. Nugget, I think he'll get 10%. And then the rest you earn on the money, on whatever he makes with that $100. So it's not going to be a massive money maker for anybody, but it's a neat way to earn while you learn kind of thing. And you can always get that money back and get out of the course, I think, at any point or something, I think he said. So it's a pretty risk-free way to kind of learn a little skill or something, or play around with something, which is pretty cool. So I was happy for him doing that. Let's go like that. And we can just watch it while we're still visible, so we're not boring people with no heads on the screen. Gamma Swap. I'm sure I've seen this. On-chain perpetual options. Am I on the right thing there? Oh, it's not visible. Damn it. I thought I just shared my actual replace screen sharing. Let's go with window. And we'll share that window. So a yield token. So is it looks like it's a
Their governance token.
Yeah. Okay. So why would you get horny on this? I trust you and love you, Black. I'm just not sure. Just seems like another one that could get friggin'. Oops, something happened. Oh, it's a okay. So it's a perpetual DEX like Flex with farms and stakes and pools. Okay. I mean, I guess if you're grabbing the token to try and flip it or whatever, I guess it could be good if it does well. So many DEXs though, and I like my Flex DEX. My Flex DEX is pretty.
It's funny
Although,
because one other bill kind of got me in on Hyperliquid's new chain there for
okay,
the fuck is it even? It's the aerodrome of Hyperliquid called Kitten Swap.
okay, interesting.
So I kind
More
of
things.
gotten on that a while back. I don't know.
See what happens.
Yep.
Yeah, I honestly I don't have any loose change to put in just about anything. My focus right now is cash flow, and that's what trading is starting to give me. I don't want to get too ahead of myself yet, but and if that can start paying me the cash flow that it perceives it could do, then I'm yeah I will save some money to put back into crypto if things start going, but I'll be pretty selective on what I'm doing because I'm so tired of all this BS.
I agree.
So, and 90% of it being that. So, I'd love a chance to get, if I was getting more cash flow, I would have loved a chance to get a little bit more into Flex, but I guess that's not going to happen anymore.
Well, if there's room, make sure you compound as soon as you
Yeah,
can.
there was the other day, like there was like, I don't know, $100 room or whatever. So I ended up eating that up when I saw it. But in the most part, the good thing is if anybody leaves now and then we just buy them out with some of the profits and we keep going, then it just means we're just going to keep compounding more and more. So, and I get it. Some people have to do what they have to do based on whatever, but so the yield token will be able to make an estimated 15 to 20 without impermanent loss. Interesting. If they can do that.
Yeah, that does not sound
like really. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Again, I don't want to discredit it. I'm just, and you know what? I hate becoming so jaded, but I've become jaded.
Well,
When
you just gotta be realistic about it. Where's that money coming from?
yeah, exactly,
They're gonna be able to fund that all the time. That's all.
exactly. But cool. Like, and again, if anybody wants to diversify some stuff, there's an option. Like, I'm not gonna knock anybody for giving it a try. So Gamma Swap, we pulled up the website there, so it's a pretty easy find. I definitely don't want to gatekeep projects, especially if they're something that somebody wants to kind of dabble in. And some people have more access to funds to spread out more evenly than I can. I'm tapped out. The stuff that I have, I hope works. And if some floodgates open up and Peppermint comes back and Privilege Clubs comes back, then I'll have some more for sure, especially if they actually pay the earnings that we've lost over that time. But I'm just not getting my hopes up for any of that happening as much as I'd hate for it to be gone. It's just hard to get any faith built up for that stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else to really get into. Anything else, Black? Sorry, I kind of shot down your one little idea, and I'm not really shooting it down. It's just a tough place to spread this money out around, and like more dexes, more um, uh, liquidity farms, more this, more that. It's so difficult. I should check. I haven't been in a while, but Llama, not Llama.
There you go.
Oh my god. Paca Finance, sorry. I should check them out. I haven't been on the website in a while, but suppose that everything they keep posting stuff, so obviously everything's still going there. I should see. This is Scott the intern, or Scott the investor does this one, and And yeah, I guess there's one little, I thought I shared screens so I didn't have to, I could move things around and not have to reshare every time. Entire screen. That's what I should have done. Screen 1, share. There we go. Now I know what I'm doing. Yeah, Chris, I'm kind of with you there. I was done with crypto projects a while back. Now I'm holding and using LPs to bring in some income. Yeah, no, I agree. And that LPs may be the thing I do. So this one's more of a self, like a passive version of it. So the issue is you're still putting your money up for whatever. So there is that risk, I guess, if you will. But it's doing 0.338% a day. They had a few sales on that gave you a little bit more money. My issue with these guys is it's fixed, right? So the issue is your returns are fixed. If the market does what the market's been doing, I wonder if they've still within permanent loss and all those other things, if they're still comfortable paying this out. That they say they are. They're saying everything is good, but we'll have to see. So yeah.
What's that again? Sorry.
Paca Finance. It's just paca.finance. I thought they had a referral thing, but I guess they got rid of it, which is not a bad thing either. I don't know if I really got anything from it, but compound claim. Yeah, they must have gotten rid of it, which again, I don't disagree with anyways. But yeah, it's just paca.finance. And it's just a passive way to do it where you're not worrying about managing the things. I talked to Scott, the investor, a while back about it, and he said, yeah, they've done quite a bit of research to battle test this fee, and they just make their money on any extra money they make. So hopefully they've put aside a little bit of insurance money over time when things were doing good. I don't know. Like there's all kinds of things that they could have done there. The other one that I do talk about from time to time, and I have not in a while, actually, and I probably should, is Monstros, sorry. They've kept on updating their websites and keep evolving, so it seems to be good. They're adding new stuff. I haven't looked into what this is yet. I know they've been talking about this one a little bit, farms and all that stuff. So I mean, everything's been going good with them too. So it's another way that you could diversify your money, and doing it now may not be a bad idea. I don't know how this guy ended up doing. I wonder if my wallets, which wallet did I use for that? I think it was this one. Yeah, my investment. And that's not too bad, actually. So I put in 600. My value right now is 554, and I basically invested in the AI one. So I got 2 units in there. I invested in this one, which is down one. And so I kind of tried to diversify myself in all of them. I did miss the memes one. I almost wish I had bought one memes one just so I could see what this value was. Because now it doesn't tell me whether they're up or down. And then there was these ones here that they did. And I meant to do these, but something happened. I got stupid busy during that time, and I was going to buy all 4 of them just because I obviously wanted to see how James's worked and how these guys worked and all that stuff. And that's kind of annoying. I wish they had the
to show you how it did.
At least show that. Yeah, I should ask Various that and see if he could, because they should really have on here the rewards on those ones so that we can get FOMO, or we'll get FOMO, but you can't do anything about it because you can't buy any. But yeah, so the AI ones looks like they're saving me right now. But if we get a good pump, all these could go up pretty nicely. And the fact that they're only down $46 through all this market, that's not too shabby. This was a neat one because you could just pick.
If you go back up there, sorry to interrupt you. Click on Google.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
So I'm down less than the whole, so that's cool. Sort of.
So memes were down 25%.
Wow.
JP is up.
I am pleasantly surprised. JP's doing the better right now. That's pretty cool. Oh, Chain Factory's pretty cool, guys. Obviously not the best picks right now, but and actually had almost the most people, second most people. That's funny. The guy that got the least has the best rewards. 26.
That's how it happens.
Exactly.
AI looks like it's killing it.
Yeah. Well, and again, that should go quite a bit nicer if it happens. And they had more money too, right? So they could diversify more with the AI one, which was kind of to its advantage, I guess. But yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you. And we'll see you probably in the pack in the morning and at least at 12 o'clock maybe for my live session. So I don't know if I said that while everybody's here, but I'm doing live sessions now in the pack, and I'll probably do some of them live on our on our group page or on the YouTube channel at some point, just to kind of show off what we're doing, maybe on Mondays or something. Should take a look. I think I have farms. Oh, I wanted to switch it to auto compound and I didn't. So yeah, so I have a bunch of these. They've all done well. So I've gotten 170. This one was, minted date. There we go. Oh, that's cool. It shows you that. So it's been coming up on 2 years. Wow. And I've almost doubled. So, I mean, that's better than most things in this flipping space.
It's without compounding.
Yeah, that was without compound. That's paid weekly rewards. I should auto compound the rest of these because I think it helps you kind of grow your bag. And honestly, right now with the rewards being smaller, yeah. So my payouts are. So this shows you your payouts weekly, right? So the payouts are getting a little bit better. They did get down quite a bit, but still, it's constantly paid since day one. So,
yeah,
it's just my total payout, team payout, your payout. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is my payout the whole time. So yeah, I mean, gotta put it back, or gotta give them credit, right? So, my overall ROI. So I've ROI'd on this, which is better than most things.
Yep.
So I don't notice it because it kind of drips on me, but it's there. It's always going in my wallet. So pretty cool. Oh, and then there's the other one because I got to see what's going on with pool. Is it pools? Golems. Nope.
I think you got in the moon bags too.
Moon bags was what I was just showing.
Oh, yeah. With JP.
Oh, the golems is coming later, and the wait list is closed. Pools, farms. That was Blobby or whatever, but maybe it's the pools.
They moved Blobby to something else. I forget what it was.
That's what I was trying to find where that got put.
Like, I think they merged it with golems, if I remember correctly. Or are going to, something like that.
Oh, maybe they're moving it to here. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, still, like I said, a good team, good, honest team. So, I mean, I definitely have a lot of faith in them and what they do because they keep just killing it. That was maybe. Oh, there we are. Pokes Farms, Fortress. No, maybe not. I lied. Pools, farms. I don't know. Anyways, I'll figure it out later. But yeah, so quite cool and appreciate what they keep doing. So we're down again, up again, down again, up again, down again. It's on the 5-minute charts. The candles take longer to print, but I will watch this one. So yesterday, actually, so this was one of my trades that I took yesterday. Was this big guy here, but I waited for it to get into some drawdown, which technically I did here anyways, and it ended up going to full TP. It was an $800 trade overnight. I had already taken profit partway up. Yeah, this one here. So I ended up getting in, I think, here during the last dip, and I took profit after this big spike, and then so after I'd gained about 50%, I took profit, set my stop loss to break even, and just went to bed and woke up with a full TP. Could have gone higher even, but don't get greedy. But yeah, $800 on my funded account in one day, and that was before even getting to the trade desk in the morning. So pretty fantastic. So I'll probably do the same thing with this one, hopefully, if I can get it into profit before I go to bed. But if not, I'll just let it run, hit or miss, whatever it is, what it is. But it's pretty cool, the stuff we're doing. And yeah.
That's awesome. Glad to hear.
Yeah, I'll start probably putting some more posts in the Discord as I get more, now that I'm getting more comfortable with everything. Okay. Well, I think we've babbled on and on long enough for everybody. I will, if anybody watched this and wants to remind me of how that trade worked out tonight, let me know and I will let you know in the Discord and see if it comes back to profit, gets me some cash flow. So, anything else from you, sir?
No, nothing here. Just waiting for the bull run to really start.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Seems like it's coming this. Usually, it's like what, October.
Yeah, usually after the summer break kind of thing and stuff. I'll have to try and start up a list of all the things that we're kind of looking at. Maybe we can kind of just almost use it as a itinerary, and we'll look at a couple of things, bam, 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 and then at the start, and then see where the conversation takes us, just to have some stuff set up already. And if you have the same
Yeah.
just so we can have some discussion points to get into. But
Sounds
other
good.
than that, we will let everybody have a good rest of your evening. Let me know, guys, too, if you have any preference, if this is good for timing and stuff. In the record, if you're just watching the recording, I guess it doesn't matter, but would obviously like to have more people here live as we get more consistent, hopefully, with it, and yeah, and go from there.